Kremlin blames UK for Trump's sex storm as top Tory says relations with Russia are about as bad as it could get without us being at war. Russia's relations with Britain went into the deep freeze last night as Moscow blamed MI6 for the dossier of sordid claims about Donald Trump. In an alarming Twitter post, the Russian embassy in London suggested the dossier's alleged author, former British spy Christopher Steele, was still working for MI6 and briefing both ways against Mr. Trump and Moscow. Mr. Steele, who spied in Moscow in the 1990s, was last night in hiding after vanishing shortly before the damning dossier made headlines around the world. Neighbours said he had asked them to look after his 3 cats, and there were claims last night he was in an MI6 safe house. The Russian embassy spokesman said the tweet, which said MI6 officers are never X, reflected the mood in Russia. The Tory MP said last night the fresh outbreak of Cold War hostilities comes at a time when relations between Britain and Russia were the worst they could get in peacetime. Just days ago the Russians claimed they knew of an impending official anti-Russian witch hunt, involving the British Special Services. Russia's London embassy posted the dark message addressing former MI6 officer Steele as the diplomatic crisis deepened. The post, headed Christopher Steele's story, also claimed that British spies had been briefing both ways against both Moscow and the US. It was posted on the Russian embassy's official Twitter feed, and was published after the first picture emerged of former British spy Christopher Steele, who had fled his £1.5 million Surrey mansion in fear. When approached for a comment by Mail Online, a spokesman for the Russian embassy said, "We have obvious questions. We don't raise them with HM government given the frozen state of our official relationship." The tweet reflects the mood in Russia and speaks for itself.